to Bill Condon. And now I'd like to introduce our three stars from Breaking Dawn. Kristen Stewart. Lautner. And Robert Pattinson. All right, let's look at our first question right here.
Yeah, I asked my readers, your fans, some questions that I'd like me to ask you now. Two questions. What was it like filming in Brazil, and how does it feel to be loved all over the world?
I know, it's very hard. It was amazing to like just, that's where Stephenie wrote The Honeymoon, and to go to actually, and she actually hadn't been, but we went in search of what she wrote as our lesbian, and we found it, it was very cool. We would take a half-hour road trip to work every day, that was great. We got stranded, that was dramatic. What else?
It was a nice thing that we shoot on the actual streets and suited people, and I mean, to see that within the context of this movie is definitely jarring in a great way. It's very different.
Yeah.
Love over the world. I'm just going to motivate. Being loved over the world, it's nice. It's different. I don't know if it's love necessarily, but and shooting in Brazil, I don't even know where I'm talking to. Shooting in Brazil it's interesting. One of the interesting things about having an international fan base, every single country has a totally different reaction to you and to the movie. And I mean, shooting on the street in Brazil, compared to people trying to sneak a picture or something, if you're shooting in the States or Canada, like in Brazil, people would literally just go up and try and grab you. It was pretty fun on the set. In the shot, yeah.
And you were here kind of, Taylor, because there was an extra that looked exactly like this.
So weird.
It was so weird.
I was not there. I do love Brazil, but I was not there. But they came back and they showed me this picture. Or they told me first that there was an extra that looked just like me. I was like, okay, sure. They showed me this picture, and I even thought it was me. It was the weirdest thing. So, did you guys have to place him further back in case the camera?
Oh, we kept pushing over him.
That's the thing, because he was acting like he was here.
Yeah.
He looked like an Eclipse poster.
Totally rewriting the story. They go on their honeymoon, and there you are.
That would have been so hilarious if the camera just is going over, you guys are walking through, and I'm just standing there like this, just watching you guys.
Never is that.
Do you think the Breaking Dawn movies will truly be the end of the Twilight Saga, or do you think there'll be some sort of spin-off or continuation of it in the movies somehow?
Yeah, like breakfast time. There you go. Twilight Eclipse.
What, like cereal box?
Breakfast brunch. No, I mean. I don't know. It's not for Stephenie, really.
Yes, I second that.
Yeah, breakfast time.
I think she always says it's the end of the Bella. It's the end of the Bella Edwards story. I think, but I mean, especially in the second movie, there's so many new characters that I'm sure. I'm not sure, but I suspect she'll want to revisit them at some point.
You sound like you have some secret knowledge.
I was
I have a question for the actors. What was the most, out of all the Twilight films, what was the most secretive scene that you had to film? And also, what was the scene that you had to film that you felt was probably the most exposed to fans?
The wedding was definitely, it was like Secret Service style, insane. I mean, crew was completely inconvenienced and just, grumbling around the set like, I can't cell phone, I can't.
No cell phone, email.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't understand what this means to us, thank you so much, like if this dress gets on the internet, I'll die. But that really was crazy.
And then there was a helicopter, right? Right as you're ready to take it out.
I had a Volturi cloak on, because that's all that we had to cover up. It was really funny.
That would probably been Brazil, didn't
Yeah, not really. I mean, we didn't have to do anything which was like too sort of intimate or anything where there were a lot of people around. I mean, or not, or we didn't know there were a lot of people around.
I didn't know when we were being like photographed and stuff. That was always a weird experience after the fact, being like, oh, the whole scene.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah. This movie is very loud. A lot of the movie takes place inside. So most of our time spent, we were in Baton Rouge filming on a stage, and then we had 2 months in Vancouver. But I mean, this Breaking Dawn's very intimate, and I just feel like they did a really good job at allowing us to just, be creative and just be able to speak with each other. We really didn't have to focus on being distracted and anything like that on this movie.
They protected us. Hi, right here. This question's for Kristen. I feel like Breaking Dawn was such an emotional journey for Bella. The honeymoon, wedding, getting pregnant. What was it like filming for months, and how did everything that was happening with Bella kind of affect you personally? Everything. I can't draw a line between myself and stuff that I do. It's funny, I don't want to make it sound like it's not just about this, but really with everything that I do, it's hard for me to take myself out of it. I've been building up to these moments for 4 years. I was 17 when I started doing this movie. And, this one really is loaded with those really cathartic, impactful, huge life moments, and they're not all completely fantasy. They're really, very rooted in a reality that I can completely see myself in. And anyone who reads the book could imagine it. Shooting the scenes, I had to kind of let myself realize that these moments will find themselves naturally, and I can't let the book, punch me in the face every morning to wake me up and give me some gaze. You have to, let the moments happen, and they did, and I tried to, we just sort of went for it. And a lot of it, I do feel like it's very, very close to the book and really sincere telling of the story, but at the same time, we sort of added bits. There are surprises that surprised me too, in the more iconic bits, in the wedding and the at the honeymoon, and lots of.
I think the thing that amazed me is that there's no bigger fan of Twilight than Kristen. I mean, it is. It's true. You are. I mean, you're approaching it as an actress the way you describe it, but also it's she's always there. I know what it felt like when I read this the first time, and it's pushing to make sure she was capturing that feeling into that. That was really. I mean, you
I feel like
put that
this
pressure.
is such a self-conscious answer, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's true.